This is Alex on Life for Regrets, and I want to talk about why I left Christianity and why I'm going back. The reason I left was why I left Christianity was that things were going on in my life that I wasn't that happy with, like death. I saw death, and it was like I said, I saw death, and it's like I couldn't see my nephew who was alive. I was able to hold him when he passed away. I didn't like the idea that I had to go to a funeral, knowing that I lost a family member. I was not hoping that. This was back when I was 12 years old. It's like I had a clear mindset. I didn't really think negative. And like after that, it was like I went through depression. It was like, and then later on in life, after later that year, it was like I ended up having a relationship, a toxic one, hoping that she was the one, but she used me, laughed at me too. Then I had another relationship, almost the same thing and stuff. It was like I was being used, and then people were like that girlfriend I had during that time. She laughed at me, made lies, tried to get me jealous. Yeah, she got me jealous, basically. And she was embarrassed to be around me. Her mom was the same way. She talked negative on me, talked bad about me, just because I didn't listen to Christian music. I listened to rock. They said it was evil, and they said I was like the devil's child and stuff. And it was like they didn't really know me as a person. It's like you don't really know what I was going through. But like I said, it was like I was going through church. I was going to church because of my mom. It was like I was forced. I didn't want to go there that time. I didn't feel like I belonged there. Or maybe it was only concerning me. Like 2010 and 11, I was deep in church. And it's like I wanted to be a pastor when I was like 10 or 11 years old. But after losing like my grandma and like stuff was happening in my life, it like I didn't want it no more. It's like it's like my mind is like, why do good people always end up always getting hurt, go through some stuff, always lose a family member? And it's like nothing ever good happens. I always felt like my life was always bad luck. I always felt that way about myself. I felt like nothing ever good happens to me. Never felt anything. I never felt like I accomplished anything in life. Never felt that way. It's like this time that I wanted to show people my talent, or talk about things about my life and how am I doing, but no one ever really cared about it. They didn't. And it's like no one really questioned me. But at the same time, it's like I kind of kept my distance away from everyone as well. I can't blame them. It's like I blame myself too as well. It's like I could have talked about it, explained myself why I feel about this way, but I just didn't. I let it, I let it, I let it slide, and like I said, I let things build up and stuff, and it's like I end up hating myself for it. Back in 22 and 23, I ended up having a breakdown. It was like I wanted to be done with my life. I was angry. And it's like I ended up having a job that I loved, and it's like it was taken away from me, and I thought I was gonna be in a relationship as well during that time. It was like the moment I got the job, and the moment I thought I was gonna be in a relationship, I feel like things were going good for me. I felt that way. I felt like so positive, but like I said, after losing that job and losing that person, I feel like my life was never meant to be good. I felt that way. It was never meant to be good. I always felt like nothing ever good happens to me. There's people who I love, there's people who I care, always end up backstabbing and betraying me. And there's people who I do care. It's like I never end up hearing them again. It's like they pass away or they're gone. And it's like stuff happens. I know I can't, stop people from seeing me or whatsoever. I can't force them. But like I said, I'm not proud of the stuff I've done in my past. At the same time, I feel like the things that happened to me, I feel like in life, I feel like God hated me. I feel like He hated me as a person. It's like every time I try to do something good, or try to be positive, it's like I'm stuck being a negative person. It's like I'm stuck hating my life. I feel like there's times I wanted to give up on life. I told my mom back in like around 2014, around 15, I told my mom that I wish she gave up on me when I was suffering from a sickness. I kind of wish she gave up on me, and I was like, I kind of wish I did die from that there back in 2009. Like I said, I didn't want to experience life no more. I was tired of it. It's like everything I've done, it's like everything I believed in and prayed for, it's like nothing ever happens. It's like I never get anything good happening to me. Even if there is good, it gets taken away from me. It always gets taken away from me, and it's like what's the point of praying? Sometimes I like to tell myself, what's the point of praying? And then what's the point of going to churches? Anything I ever do in life or try to do something with myself, it's like it gets taken away from me. It's like it gets taken away from me, and it's like I kind of don't love myself anymore. There's times I didn't want to love myself. It's like I hated myself. I used to cut my arms. I used to, hurt myself a lot. There's times I used to look in the mirror. I used to punch myself in the mirror. There's times I looked at my picture, and it's like I end up ripping it. I end up punching my picture. It's like nothing ever good happens for me. It's like living this Christian life. But nothing ever good happens. It's like I'm meant to hate myself. It's like, it's like the world, laughing at me. I always felt that the world's laughing at me. Want the world. I feel like the world always want nothing good for me. Like they don't really care about my existence. They don't care what I do. They don't care if I have passed away or hurt myself. It's like nobody cares. It's like nobody cares what I gotta say. Nobody cares how I feel. I feel like unappreciated. I helped people before in my past. I never got a thank you. I never got anything in return. Even though I might not have asked, or I could have asked, I still would not have got anything back. I would have never got anything back from anyone. Like I said, I am not proud of those years. I hated those years. I hated them. And now today, looking forward now, is like I should have made a big change now. I should have accepted the stuff that happened to me and grow up out of it. And it's like I should not blame myself no more. I should stop blaming myself whatsoever or blaming others for my life. And I shouldn't blame God for the things that happened to me. Because in the end, I grew up so fast. I grew up so fast without realizing it. And it's like, now I have this knowledge, now I can use it. And it's like, I want to help others. And it's like I said, I'm tired of the negativity that's going on around the world. It seems like people who love to blame, love to live in these fantasies. And it's like they don't want to live in reality. Reality is like, I'm done being that person who lives in these who lives in these fantasies. I'm tired of being those people who live in these fantasies, thinking that everything is gonna be okay when it's not okay. Like I said, from my whole entire year, around like 2012, from 2009 all the way till this year, it's like I'm done being that negative person. It's like my whole entire life always negative, and it never got me anywhere. It never got me nowhere. It never did. That's how I'm making a change. I'm planning to go back to church, make that change. I'm done making excuses for myself. I'm trying to be letting anyone feel bad for me. Like I said, I don't want anyone to feel bad for me whatsoever. At the same time, it's like I know there are people who go probably worse life experiences than mine. Maybe I don't know, but like I said, I want to make a difference, and I don't want to be like one of those people who like to prey on others, telling these lies, saying that everyone's all bad. You can't trust anyone. You have to look out yourself, and or not. That is like saying, oh, all men are bad or all women are bad. It's not true. It's not true. There is good people out there. There is. I know there is. Because I know back then I used to think that way, that everyone's there to get me. In reality, it's not. There's people who open up to me and talk to me when I was going through things. Even though I know I pushed them, even though I was kind of a shitty person who pushed them away. It's like they care for me. They ask questions. I just felt like I feel like they were lying to me, which I should have not thought of that, because I I know I should not have thought about everyone like that. There's people who I went to school with and stuff who really cared about me, who asked questions. It's just that I answered them or not. I just gave them a response that it didn't really mean anything, even though I was lying to myself. Like I said, I wasn't proud of myself for doing those things. I'm not. And then there's the people who are watching this. Like I said, I am warning you. I'm warning you now that you make that change now, because you end up regretting it. Like I said, I regretted it. My whole entire life, I always regretted the things I've done, because it got me nowhere. Like I said, it got me nowhere. I end up hating myself even more. It's like you're gonna end up feeling like you're giving up on life. Don't give up on life. The mistakes or the things that happen to you, take that as an advantage and make a change for yourself. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make a change. I am done making these half-assed excuses just to make myself feel good. Because like I said, there's times, even in my past too, I never really pay attention to myself. There's times I always put others before me. I didn't really put myself. But now, like I said, I am done feeling that way. And it's like, I want to make a change. I want people to understand where I'm coming from. Like I said, even though I may be 26 years old, soon to probably 26, right now I'm 25. Like I said, just because I might be younger or older than you doesn't mean anything. Like I said, the choices that you make and the stuff you do, you're gonna regret it. Like I said, I've regretted it. I told my brother about it. I told other people about it. That I'm done making these choices, and it's like, I am not a good person if I keep lying to myself so much. Because like I said, I used to care. I was selfish. I used to put myself before anyone else. I didn't really think about what the other person feels. Like I said, even though there's people who probably do the same, who probably like feel the same way as me, understand that sometimes you put others before yourself, which I know it's a bad thing, but sometimes it's like you gotta understand someone else's point of view. Like I said, I am done trying to be selfish. Because like I said, I used to be selfish. I was a selfish person when I had all that hate and everything. Is that I tried so hard. I tried to fit in. I couldn't. It got me nowhere. I was hated. I was a hated person. People didn't like me. They didn't like the idea that I was writing music, or I didn't want to rap, or whatsoever. There's people that bullied me for liking rock, just because I didn't like the genre that everyone else was listening to. And I find it stupid. And people kind of, in a way, people labeled me just because of a genre that I like. People are so blinded just because of the music doesn't mean nothing. The music I have listened to, they help me. There's people who told me that I should go therapy, which I didn't, because I don't need it. Because I know there's people that relate to me, that can relate. There's music that can relate to me and help me. And like I said, I'm tired of the world blaming others, thinking that everything was all evil. In my opinion, is society as a whole failed. The world failed. Social media failed. Everyone in the whole world has failed. Because you're basically letting the next generation follow the same thing as everyone else. They're going to repeat that cycle and then end up hating themselves just because previous people have done it. Like I said, I don't want anyone think the same way as everyone else. Quit being a follower. I'm going to just say that. Quit being a follower. Quit telling yourself these lies. Like I said, it gets you nowhere. It really doesn't. Like I said, it gets you nowhere. And it's like you basically telling yourself that you failed in life. That's the way I see things. People who tell themselves these lies. That you basically saying that you're a failure, you're not worthy. Like I said, I used to feel that way. And I'm done feeling that way. Like I said, I am done thinking so low for myself. I know I could do better. I know I can. I know my life has been not that great. And, everyone I ever cared about, or, kind of wish, I knew what they were going through in life still. It's like, I don't know what happened to them. Like I said, I kind of wish I kept contact with people. Because there's people who had a worse life than mine, who, wouldn't commit suicide. There's people who would, that I know of. Because their voice was never heard. They never got anyone to talk to. And like I said, I am done blaming God for my life. And it's like, I should accept my life the way it is. Like I said, hopefully the channel grows. Hopefully this channel grows. And it's like, I want to help others. I want to help. I don't mind I don't really care who it is. There's so many things that I want to talk about. I don't mind talking about addicts, alcoholics, people who, thought about suicide, anything, like I said. And I do want to talk about kids too who go through these things as well. Because I know that there is kids who go through these things as well and they feel like no one hears them or anything. It's like, I want to help those kids out, not think of life in a certain way. And it's like, I'm tired of people giving labels to others and giving it like a negative image to the future. Like I said, I care about the future, and like I said too as well, there's a reason why I go back to Christianity, because like I said, I want to help others. Even though my life has been great, even though there's things I wish I never did experience, and there's things I wish I didn't see, or people are hurting, like I said, I wish I didn't. But yeah, that thing I have to say that that I want to make a change, and I don't want anyone else to feel alone, isolated from the world. I don't want anyone to feel that way, because you're not alone. Like I said in my music before, you're not alone. That there are always going to be always there, someone always there for you, even though you might know it. Like I said, I am done thinking the negative about myself and others, and I'm done blaming God for my life. And it's like, it's time for me. It's time for me to do God's job that He wants me to do. I'm not gonna go against Him, because I know in my past I have went against Him, and it just led me more miserable. It just made my life more miserable, and I was scared. I had nightmares. I have things that I kind of wish I didn't dream of, but I did. I dream about death. I dream about everyone dying. I dream about a hurricane that had happened with Ian. It was like I dreamed about that. I dreamed about other things. It's like there's people who I didn't even know. I end up seeing them on the news. They end up dying, even though I don't know who they are. Like I said, I had visions. And I had dreams, and it was like I was scared. I was scared. I was scared to open up to my parents, because I feel like my mom would have said something about me, saying that it's all because of that negativity. There's all that negative and hate that you have in the music you listen to. That's why you have these things going in your life, even if it is true. I know I wasn't making those right choices in life, because I never did let things go. For me, it's hard to let things go, and it's hard for me to forgive people. There's times I didn't want to forgive anyone, because all they ever done is hurt me in life. They never explain why they did these things to me. They never explained it. It's so like no one really, gives a reason whatsoever. I feel like I'm alone. I just feel like I'm just alone person. I'm just a person who might die alone. And it's like I want to be with someone. I really want to be with someone. I do want to have a wife and kids. That's what I want in life. Because it's like I don't want to be alone. I'm tired of being alone. Because all my whole life I've been alone. I never felt a woman's love. Never felt accepted. Never have. And it's like that's something I always wanted. And I always wanted friends too, just that I couldn't have any friends because my mom didn't allow it or not. When I was a kid, she didn't allow it. It was like I was always stuck home. And it was like I really couldn't enjoy life really. I feel like I got nothing to do. It's like I had to basically find something to entertain myself. And it's like that's the reason why I ended up writing music later on in my whole entire life. It's like I didn't mind writing music. I started collecting as well. I ended up finding hobbies I end up liking. Even though my communication is not that great. It's not. There's times I struggle to talk to people, and it's like sometimes I have to think what I gotta say. It's like I think before I say something because I know I might say the wrong thing, and people might take it wrong. Because there's people who hear things wrong, even though I might not say in a certain way, but people might take it as a negative. It's like I'm not trying to say that, and it's like the music I've wrote. I really, like I said, I wrote the music feeling that person. He's not going to say no name, but like I said, I really want to help you. I really want to help you in life. because I feel like there's more to life for you. I feel like there is, even by looking in your eyes, and there's sadness and stuff that we were going through. Even though I never really asked, even though it's not my place to ask really. Like I said, there's a reason why I make these videos. No, not to make these videos about the music I made. The videos same way, a little bit, but not all of it. Like I said, but the purpose of my videos I've done is people who I basically knew in life, in my teen years and stuff till now. It's like they've gone through some stuff, and it's like, even though I might not have experienced certain things in my life, but it's like I want to help others who go through these situations in life. And it's like